Maclean's has uncovered a lawsuit involving Apotex, filed just months before the murder of billionaire Barry Sherman, the founder of the generic drug giant. It alleges a longtime chemist went rogue and got caught with trade secrets the company deemed of enormous value. And Maclean senior writer Ann Kingston joins us now. And what is the company alleging the chemist was actually doing with all this intellectual property that he allegedly obtained?
Allegedly, yes. So back in January, Apotex was tipped off that a veteran chemist who had worked at Apotex for over a decade had been siphoning trade secrets via USB ports off of proprietary Apotex computers. So they were alleging that trade secrets equaling, millions, some $300 million were being siphoned off, and this fellow was planning to set up, and had in fact set up, a rival pharmaceutical company in his native Pakistan. So those were the charges. He was fired summarily in January. The lawsuit was filed, and it's been going on ever since.
And Apotex went after him hard because they even asked a judge to put him in jail until he got all the info.
That's right. They felt that he was in contempt of court, and this is typical of Apotex. You have to remember that this is one of the most litigious companies, if not the most litigious company in Canada. It has spent, founded in 1974 by Barry Sherman. It has been in court countless times, suing brand name companies, generic companies, and this stuff is important because you're talking about its livelihood. If in fact, these charges assume that this information could have hurt the company.
Now, the lawyer for the former employee vigorously denies the allegation. So
yes.
What's his version of events? How did he get this information, or what are they saying?
Well, it is the lawyer, and the court filing suggests that, yes, there was another company, Trillium, by the name of Trillium, that was founded by this chemist, but it was in the business of merchandising clothing or something like that. So there's a number of issues that need to be ironed out in court, but basically they're saying he absolutely denies that he did it, and that there was something about his children's homework. The USB ports were used for that purpose. So dueling narratives, to put it mildly.
Now, the timing of this, right? This lawsuit was launched months before the murder. Is this gentleman being investigated at all in relation to the homicides?
Our understanding, we didn't get a definitive answer on that from Toronto Police. There's absolutely no reason to think that these two cases are in any way associated. But what it speaks to, first of all, it offers a rare glimpse into this private company, the way it operated, and also, just is one of many lawsuits that Apotex was involved in. As you probably know, later in the year, Apotex itself became embroiled in a lawsuit with its president. Espionage, in which he was allegedly had an affair with a rival company, the biggest generic company in the world, and that case is now ongoing. He is no longer with the company, but the case is ongoing.
Right, and the day that it was announced that he was released, or that he left the company, was the same day that police revealed that yes, they were actually murdered. So there was a lot of speculation about why the CEO stepped down.
That's right, and it speaks to just the high-stakes competitive world that Barry Sherman was part of. His business interests were vast, but simply within the pharmaceutical industry, it was, cutthroat and litigious and razor-thin margins and very, very competitive. And he was one of the most aggressive, if not the most aggressive player within this landscape.
And when you talk about the insight into this company, I mean, some of the numbers about how much they spend on research and development for drugs.
You see, Apotex is famously private. So what this lawsuit, for instance, they revealed that these drugs were worth $300 million and that they spend $120 million a year simply on new product development and honing systems and whatnot. So this offers sort of a glance at just how expensive, running these companies can be, and just how much money is at stake.
Wow, okay. Well, you can read the full article that Anne has written with Michael Friscalante. Thank you so much for joining us, and it's at macleans.ca.